Morning, everyone. This is Home Repair with Augie. I'm Augie. We're starting today. Going to paint the house up on the second floor, and I'm on the balcony, which we had earlier when I washed the house down. I showed you that. So I'm going to start up here. It's been a couple of weeks since I washed it, and it's been raining. I've had other things to do, so I'm getting back to it today, though. We're going to use this ladder just off the balcony here. I don't need too much of a reach, but I got to get up there a little ways. It's not too bad. It's about probably 10 feet up to that point there, and I can reach some of that. I just got to be careful about not having that slip out from under me. That's not a very good thing. And I got my drop cloth here, and I don't want to ruin this outdoor rug. Not horribly expensive, but it's still don't want to ruin it. And my paint. There's maybe a fourth of a can of paint there. Keep a caulking gun along with you. This whole thing is to hang the paint can off the rung of the ladder, so I can run up and down the ladder with a brush full of paint. And I'm just going to use a paint brush today. I think I might set up a roller. I don't know. And probably just a 3-inch brush. Maybe I'll get a 4-inch brush and just brush it real quick. I'm just doing this small area right here. And I don't know when I'm going to get back to doing the rest of it. So if I set up a roller, it's going to be in a plastic bag for a week maybe. It's supposed to rain the next couple of days. I've been forecasting that. So I got a good day today. It's supposed to be about 76 degrees, they're predicting. And be a good day to start on this. And I'll get going here in a minute and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm getting ready to go up on the ladder here. And I got my paint can and brush ready to go. I'm going to use a 4-inch brush. I don't use a sprayer. Hopefully this will be the last house I ever paint, so I'm not going to invest in something like that. And just going to get up there, and a 4-inch brush will cover it really quick. Here we go. As far as I could get there, the ladder's in my way now, and I had Mrs. Augie up here, otherwise known as Babs, to hold the ladder for me. There she is. She's in the corner of the shot. Anyway, I'll take you off a record right now and lower the ladder and kind of get set for the next little section. Going pretty quick, huh? Okay, I've come down a little bit, and Mrs. Augie is gone now. So I dropped the ladder down a rung, and I painted a couple more of the strips of siding there. I'll get one more here, and I'll tell you what, it helps to teach your right hand, teach your left hand how to paint too. So I've done that, and so especially when you're on a ladder, you can't just walk around with your painting with your right hand. You got to kind of do both. It's not very difficult to do, and I noticed the 4-inch brush is much better than the 3-inch brush. It just holds a lot more paint. I could get a lot more done. And like I said, not using a sprayer or a roller. A roller goes a lot faster too. But when I start painting the body of the house, I'll use a roller when I get that done. When I get a bigger place that I'm going to paint. So this is all I'm going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and do the left hand and right hand technique for you. want to state also, it's also important that you use enough paint. Don't try to scrimp on the paint. I put about a 3/4 of an inch of paint on the tip of that and just kind of knock it off both sides inside the can. That leaves a lot of paint on there, and it's not going to drip or you're going from the can to what you're painting. So I'm going to move the ladder over next and get where I couldn't reach that time with my right hand. But you can see with the left hand, you want to make some strokes in there so you really, if you got paint heavy in one place, you can move it. The little brush will pick it up again and move it. And get spread out real nicely. It's looking really good. You can't hardly tell with the shade that's on the house, but it is looking very good so far. Okay, I got done above the door here, and I cross over to there. I can now reach that from by hand here. And I got this done here alongside the chimney in between the door. And you can tell it makes quite a difference. The door is old and yellowed, and we'll be getting the new one pretty soon. Probably after I'm done painting, I'll get paint on a new door. And I'll have to do a little more caulking. There's maybe a little spot up there that needs some caulk. And right there, that crack alongside there. And we're painting aluminum siding here. It's just using a latex paint for this. It says on the can you can use latex paint. And when you take a break, like I'm going to do because of that, I got my brush in a plastic bag to stay so it won't dry out, and just laid the lid back on the can. And I'm going to go wash up. It gets like that because I'm reaching into that can, and the top of the brush hits the lip coming out, and it just gets everywhere. So also wear some clothes that you don't mind getting painty, because you're going to get paint on you. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, I've been painting along here for a little bit. I'm down about halfway down the other half of the wall here that I'm doing. And just kind of wanted to show you what to do here. I get a pretty good amount of paint on my brush. Knock a little off in there like that. And you can go lay it on and then spread it. Also, you need a little bit more paint sometimes. If you kind of give it a shake like this, it kind of shakes it out of the brush. These brushes hold quite a bit of paint. After you've been using them a little bit, you might want to kind of drag them off like this, get some of that paint out of there. When you go to clean up, it's not as bad then. And just bring it along, lay that paint on there, and then spread it. This has got a little grain in the siding, and you want to make sure you get into it. This is going pretty fast. I've probably only been at this a half an hour after I got set up. Make sure you get under that. And all I had to just bring this little extension ladder up through the house without hurting anything. Don't want to have to repaint the house, just drag a ladder alongside and scratch the walls. So here's where you can do that shake when you're painting upside down. You get up under there with that. Boom. I just painted 2 of these in about a minute and a half. So it doesn't take long. I mean, you could get it a lot faster if you had a sprayer, and a roller would be faster than this. But we'll get to that later. And finish this right here. And you go pretty fast. You don't want to be flipping your brush and flipping paint everywhere. You're gonna be fluid with your motions. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and go do something else today. This will be about 15 more minutes to finish that little bit there, and get my stuff cleaned up, and got some yard work I want to do today too. And next thing we'll do is with the big ladder, we're going to do from the ground down there up to there. That'll be pretty exciting. See you then. Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to start painting the house again today. Been a couple days off since I painted that small part above the balcony, and got my ladder set up here, and let me show you there. That's where we're going to go today. And I got it a 40-foot extension ladder. I got it up about 25, 26 feet probably. Not too bad. The problem is that electrical wire right there, and had to be kind of careful when I set that up, the wire coming in. So, and the tree right there, it was kind of tight. I'd be careful around electrical wires and aluminum ladders. So, wearing rubber gloves probably helped. I mean, that keep me from getting shocked in case something did go awry. So, we get Mrs. Augie out here, I think, here pretty quick. And you can call her Babs if you want, if you see her somewhere. And she's going to record me going up the ladder and starting to paint. And in case I fall, then she can have it documented. All right, in a minute. So I got up there and got that much done, and I could reach right there. And I noticed I got a caulk along the chimney, and I'm going to lower that ladder one rung and reach out, go to my left when I'm up there. To my left, yeah. And I can use a shorter ladder as I come down. That is a really big ladder. So let me get that caulk and kind of get that going, and I'll be back. All right, so I've switched out my ladders. I got a smaller one there now. And as you can see, that big one was it got to be too big, so I had to get it out of the way. And I switched to a smaller ladder. So now you can kind of see there, if you look real closely, to the right of the ladder, there's a paint line right above the first floor window. That's where I've gotten to. And then right across there, about two lengths of siding is where I can reach very easily off of that. And all I gotta do is come right down through there and right down next to the chimney, between the chimney and the window, and this will be done. So I'm gonna get up there and get some of that. Be careful when you're working with ladders. We took that one down. It was about that position there, and I had that overhead wire there, and I did watch Mrs. Augie kind of watch for me. What you do is I had it up against the generator, the bottom legs. You take the top and you bring the top down this way so that you're under it. And that ladder must be 150 pounds. And I got it down. It wasn't pretty. I didn't drop it. But I didn't think you'd need to see that on camera. When we do the back here, that ladder, since it's so heavy, it does come you can break it down to two pieces. And it'll be just about right to fit up under the eave there, and to reach down just probably 3 feet maybe, because it's a pretty tall ladder. This isn't that tall of a house. So, although it is a two-story. So when I'm using that, then I'll get back with you on that, because I still have to wash this back here. Kind of wanted to get some showing done and getting some painting done. And before I do that, I'll probably finish painting this and then paint the sunroom. There's not a whole lot there, but it does take paint and it does take time. I should mention to you, when you're taking some paint up on the ladder with you like that in a can. I have two cans. If you start off, you can put some paint in a different bucket, or different. You can get empty cans at like a Menards paint shop. Anyway, pour some off into this, like into this one. This is what I did. I started off with about 3/4 of a gallon of paint in this. And it's heavy for one thing, and if you spill it, you don't want to spill your whole 3/4 of a gallon. Stuff's about $50 a gallon. So I put it off into this, and this is looking pretty caked with paint, and I don't care. I'm just using it when I get done. If there's some in it, I'll take this and put it in there at the end of the day, which in my case is going to be, this is Friday, so Monday through Friday is, you work from up till 2 o'clock, and then it's quitting time. And tomorrow I may not even get to this. I got other things to do on Saturday. If I did work on Saturday, it would just be till 11 o'clock. That's my quitting time on Saturday. And I don't care if I even work on Saturdays generally. So, but if I got something to do, I'll do it. So I'm gonna head back out here, just kind of letting that sit. Took a little break there. Put a wet paper towel over the can with the the paintbrush and the wet paper towel. Kind of keeps everything moist. I'm going to get back at it here. Ooh, there goes a big old garbage truck. Today's garbage day. All right, I'll be back later. All right, I've finished for the day and got all this painted to the left of the chimney here. That probably took, if I worked straight at it, probably was about 2 hours. Took about a half a gallon of paint. Still need to paint this. To get this side completely done, I'll need to paint the sunroom here. It's mostly windows, but a lot to go around, so it does take a while. I want to point out, when you're painting over the top of stuff like this, there's a generator and air conditioner condenser out here. I cover them up. I mean, it looks bad. I got some splatters on the gas meter there. It doesn't look good. But, you know, by that time I was into it, I didn't want to stop. So the challenge there was you got a ladder out here, but you don't want too shallow of an angle. But you got to get out in front of the pieces here. So I came down with 3 different ladders, and that's the smallest ladder I have besides the step ladder. It's a 8-foot extension ladder. Probably goes out 10 feet, 12 feet. And anyway, I was able to set that up behind there. Would have been better maybe with a step ladder. Had to reach up to around the top of the window. One course up from the top of the window to get that done. And when I get that done, I'll come back, and I think I'm going to. I'm told that I want to put black paint around the windows. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll use a smaller brush for that, and we don't want to get black all over the white. Drips down, it'll be very noticeable. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I'm certainly going to take the rest of the day off, and when we get started to paint the sunroom, I'll maybe do a time lapse on that, and I'll see you then.